Day 2 of the vetting of the Supreme Court nominees has come to a close. 2 justices of the Court of Appeal who were nominated appeared. Justice Philip Bright Mensah was the one that made the first appearance, followed by Justice Janapare Bartels-Kodwo. In fact, some interesting conversations took place between the nominees, the committee members. For Justice Philip Bright Mensah, he'll be speaking on a variety of issues. One of it is that, in his view, he thinks that the Supreme Court should be capped at 20.
If you say that judges mustn't be sent to the Supreme Court, then it means that you are giving the court more and more, they will be started with more and more cases and they cannot handle. So at any given time, when the panel or the judges in the Supreme Court are about 20, then we are saying that we have about 4 sets of panel of judges to handle those cases. So, Mr. Chairman, I will say, in my humble opinion, given the cases that are in the Supreme Court, I will recommend that 20 judges would be appropriate. Thank you.
He also made some recommendations that ought to be looked at.
I recommend that the judges who are in the areas where these guarantees are going on, the judges must either be taken to China for further studies in Chinese language, or they should fashion, the JTI must be resourced to bring experts to come and train our judges. That will also is another way of, because if the person has committed offense and he can't speak, you can't prosecute him. Then it's as well saying that, oh, let me leave him for him to go away.
Justice Janapare also took turns to engage the members of the committee. One issue that she took to the fore was the fact that when it comes to affirmative action, she is a woman, but she will not support the cause for the sake of it being affirmative action.
I am a woman, but I do not believe in affirmative action for affirmative action's sake. I say that because you and I are women. If women are just put anywhere for any housing and they go and they don't perform, you and who gets the flag? It is we, the women. I believe in mentoring young girls, bringing them up, building capacity, encouraging them to gain the heights. I would say, apart from the grace of God, nobody has plucked me from anywhere and put me anywhere ever in my life.
She's also been sharing her thoughts on some variety of issues, including how journalists could make things better.
I do not think that we have to go out right away with a big stick, knocking everybody. Maybe we first of all have to engage the media. There are responsibilities. Their freedoms have to go with responsibilities. They have to know that. We have to sensitize them. People have to learn how to report. Even like you mentioned about a case being reported. We have a judicial media persons, I believe, but sometimes they don't report exactly. But I think it's a learning process and sensitization. And when we've done all that, at the end of the day, maybe we can have some further regulations that will make the media or the journalists realize that the fact that he has a microphone or the fact that there's ink in his barrel or pen, or the fact that he has a keyboard that has an enter stroke, does not mean that he can just go to town. Respectfully, my views. Thank you.
On Wednesday, the committee will continue with its sitting with Justice Hafisata Amaliboba and Justice Kwekutewia Akabuafo to be expected. From the Appointment Committee of Parliament here in Accra, Murtala Inusah, GHOne.